Hello there, I'm John, or Jay, or Nigel, or one of the many other characters you may know me as. Welcome to PLT. In this brief video, I'm going to show you some quick tips on getting started with us as a civilian. So, your first port of call is to get yourself sorted on the Discord. Once you've done that, come over to the game and this is what you'll be found with. So you'll join the server and you're presented with this lovely character here. Now, you are not allowed to roleplay as this character. You must change from what is referred to as the base ped. This is the base ped. Now, as you can see, I've got the chat going on the right. We're going to shut that down straight over there by pressing, in my case, L. First thing we're going to do is open up the CAD. So the MDT system can be accessed via doing /MDT, or if you go into your settings, go to key bindings, 5M, you can scroll through until you find about the MDT. So we'll just have a quick scroll through. This is where you can change all of your key bindings, have a look through, see if there's anything here that you may want to change. So where are we? We're nearly there. 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 He keeps saying we're nearly there, but we're not nearly there. Oh well, apparently I can't find it. Well, you get the picture. Scroll through, you'll track it down. Otherwise, in chat, do /MDT, and you'll get presented with this. So this is where you'll be able to book on as any of the emergency services, be that obviously the Met, the London Ambulance Service, the AA or Crouch if you're part of Crouch, the London Fire Brigade, National Highways or Highways England, and civilian. In our case, we're going to select civilian. So this is where you're going to see all your characters. As you can see, I've got my civilian business here registered, so I can register all my vehicles. I've got Nigel Smith, David John Smith, Mr. Peter File, John David Smith, Harry Styles, and Mohammed Aziz. Now, obviously these are some of my characters. So what we're going to do, we're going to actually create a new character that I needed to do, and we've got Mohammed Aziz. We're going to create Mohammed, so M-U-H, and then Aziz is going to be spelled A-Z-I-S. We're going to say his date of birth, so we're going to say the 15th of let's say July 1965. I'm going to set the gender to male. I'm going to create him an email address. Now, this character is going to work for Enhanced Medical Rescue Group. So here's Mohammed.Aziz. Should we do A-S-I-Z? A-Z-I-Z, I think actually. I quite at. Oh. And I've opened up my thing, emrg.co.uk. Its phone number can be the same as Nigel's. I'll show you briefly how to access your phone number as well, because that's a really useful thing to have. So this is where you can set his address. So in this case, we're going to put him to flat 14, and then let's just go. It's the Aintree estate. Flat. Now this gentleman works for obviously Enhanced as a doctor. However, still, so Greater London, and his postcode is 61, United Kingdom, and here's we'll just put doctor. And his nationality, he's English. So you can then set, once you've got your basic information set, you can either assign a URL, set a car license, bike license, truck license, pilot license, whatever you need to set. Who is it who's just come and joined us? I think that was Mr. Banks, to be fair. Yeah, it was Mr. Banks coming to say hello. Well, what a dick. So once you've done that and you've created your characters, you can set however many you need to set. You can then come and start registering your vehicles, etc. I've got lots of vehicles registered across lots of characters, including my companies. But before we get onto vehicles, let's focus on our character. So, to create a character, you're going to want to open up your V menu, go to player related options, MP Ped, and we're either going to go to a saved one or we're going to create a new ped. So let's say we're going to create a new ped. This is what you're going to be presented with. Now you can play around with this entire creator, create whatever you want. Okay, the key thing to know, upper body controls your arms. Okay, you want to make sure when you're putting an outfit on, you've got no skin clipping through. Okay, you might want to try and put your arms up. You can see here there's nothing, whereas if we go back onto a different one, you might see elements of skin clipping through on the front, on the arms there, as you can see. So you want to make sure you've got a good upper half selected. Go through, create your character however you want them to be. You've got loads of opportunities on how to do it. We're going to go to Dr. Mohammed Aziz. This is Mohammed. So let's say Mohammed's my character. He's going to be working for Enhanced. So once we've done this, we've got the option of creating our vehicles. So we can go, let's say, donator, free to use. And let's select one of these cars. So let's say he's driving about today a Honda. LB's come over to say hello again. As you can see, you've got your number plate. So first thing you can see, it says change. Well, you want to change that and you want to set it to a UK format. So BX17 HUD. Okay, so that's now set to our generic format. So this is now going to be Dr. Mohammed's vehicle. So we're going to go back onto our CAD and we're going to register a new vehicle. So you're going to select the DVLA, select your character, so in our case Mohammed Aziz, and we've said BX19 HUD. Was it 19 or 17? BX17 HUD. So Mohammed Aziz BX17 HUD, and it is a moped of some kind. I'm not too sure which, and it also says white. It's 2017. You want to make sure you can select either of these. So if you want to have no insurance, let's say Bosch. That will now, let's say the police book on, they'll be able to see that that vehicle doesn't have insurance, and I'm now likely to have this character receive 6 points and a fine. Now the final thing I want to cover is in regards to creating 999 calls. So let's say we're going to create a 999 call. Now we must be careful because there is some units booked on. But the first thing you're going to do is in chat you're going to do /999. It's going to bring up this UI. And the first thing you want to do is select the citizen that's making the call. So it's Mohammed Aziz in this case. If you want your victim to be known, you can leave this box unchecked, but most people will call as anonymous. Next, select if it's an emergency or if it's a 101 call. Let's say it's an emergency. Let's say I want to do a mugging. Yeah, we're going to go emergency and we want the police to attend. If I've been injured, I'd have obviously the ambulance attend. So we're going to say our postal's 1002, which is found in the bottom left down here. And we've obviously got all this already pre-filled in. The key thing here is now the description. The description should not be a case of this is a terrible description. Okay, this does not help anyone. Okay, let's say we're creating the call as the victim, because what the ideal thing we want to do is to create a call as a victim, have the police attend as a victim, take a statement from me, and if I'm doing this on my own, I'd then go away and I'd become the offender and I'd have the police find me as an offender. If you've got a friend, you describe what your friend was wearing. So in my case, Mr. Banks has just been here. He's wearing obviously full black outfit and he's a white male. So in this case we're going to fill this in as if we're the call handler. So it's going to be caller states that by an IC1 male. Now you can, if you're not as proficient in the IC codes, we can make that a bit more basic. A white male wearing a black puffer jacket, black joggers with dark coloured fluffy hair. Caller states the offender has taken his wallet, which contains £300 in cash, a Rolex watch in silver, and the keys to his Volvo V90 registration plate. And then let's say I've got a Volvo BF12 GUH. Male was last seen running towards the entrance of the base. So that's a nice little call detail. It's not too long, it's not too short. They've got some information. You can contact me by phone. So we're just going to put here, ignore this call, just so everybody that's booked on knows to ignore this call, because the last thing I want to do now is create this call and everybody be fucking difficult. So we're going to press call emergency services, at which point we're going to come over here and I'm going to show you what this will come through as. So the police will now see this call come through. Okay, you can see there's different qualities of calls that have come in. Okay, van is broken down, Chelsea embankment, car has been left and set on fire. There's not much information. Okay, there's a nice one. Look, spelling's not on, but it doesn't matter. They've provided the key information. Okay, same with cutting the wood, look for a few seconds and then my hand is bleeding, help. Now they could give some more information there, but that's not necessary. You know, this is enough information to work off. But there you go. This is a good call. We're going to shut that down though, so everybody knows. Anyway, that's a brief rundown. I'm sorry I've waffled a bit. Hopefully you have got a bit of a message and you can watch back this video if you've got any concerns. If there's anything you feel I've missed off, please let the Civ Command team know. We can add it in future. I've been John, Jay, Nigel, Mohammed Aziz and many other characters. And I look forward to seeing you about in PLC. Have a great day and I'll see you around.